it gives a little bit more kind of depth and also a little bit more of severity. So you can see already where it's standing out now, because obviously it's a downlight which does help that, but you're already kind of creating depth by actually knocking it back with the darker colour. Just spin you around a tiny bit. Well, that's gorgeous just on its own. Okay, so also I'm just going to use one of our small blending brushes and go into a bit more detail. The official name of that brush, large blender.
Blender brush number 2.
Blender brush number 2. So I'm just going to go down the side of the nose as well, because this is another thing. Making the nose slimmer is imperative if you kind of feel that A, too big, or B, you want it to be much more kind of severe look. I mean, I'm just taking that and really blending it in down the sides. That will give you that narrow, more defined look there. Also, if you want to kind of sharpen the tip and lift it, you can just put a little bit darker there and then light. So you're thinking about, literally, it's almost like an anatomical workshop. You're thinking about what makes something stand out and what makes something fall back. So we've brought that in, narrowed that. To make the lip stick out more, you would put it under there, where this is a really good way of looking at things. So if you hold it kind of like light above your head and see where shadow falls, that's what you accentuate. So you can see here now that this downlight made a really deep shadow there. That's exactly what you would do if you want that bottom lip to stand out a bit more. Same with lip liner. If you wanted it to stand out, you would make it dark and lighter towards the middle, because that will actually draw the eye to the middle. So I'm just going to go there, like that. So we brought the size down there, put underneath. If your neck here was feeling, you felt that was too big, or you needed something to bring that in, you would go down the sides, each side of the epiglottis, I think it's called. So you go down like that, and that kind of brings that forward. You can see that, can't you? You can see just like small changes. All our palette as well, as I said, is matte, so it's fantastic for that, because the skin, essentially, it doesn't have the kind of artificial pigmentation that most eyeshadows, blushes, what have you, have got in, because a lot of people have put sparkle and things like that into those to make it more sellable. But what you're actually doing as people who are into makeup or makeup artists is using it to trick the eye, or using it to do something creative. And I think a lot of the time that's almost impossible with a range that isn't professional, because this one is, and it's been designed by makeup artists for makeup artists and also people who are obsessed with makeup. You've got that kind of palette where you're going to go to all those formulations to be able to create something really amazing and really believable, without it being, oh well, the pink's got shimmer in it, and why? We have all the things that you add to things to make that. So you've actually got that palette to be able to build something out that you actually want, and not go to a product and be confused by its texture or formula. So there we've got, still all quite matte, so now I'm going to add some of our sheen to kind of show you how you can then make that like super stand out. So I'm just going to use our pure pigment. Actually, have you got Flurry? Furore, sorry, yeah. Because this is a really beautiful product. It's all our pure pigments are so intense. They're really, really rich, really, really, really strong. But this one's really beautiful because it's kind of, I use it a lot on the skin because it's skin coloured, and I've always really liked something that's really intense, but again, thank you, is in that skin. I'm really obsessed with things that are really skin range colour. So you can kind of use something that's a really extreme texture, but it's actually in the world of kind of believable skin tone, and it will just look really extraordinary. Instead of using just like a white to highlight, if you use something that's a creamy or a milky or a skin colour, you'll get this hyper real skin. So this one is Furore. Honestly, I'm terrible at that. I don't know why. It's like some kind of reverse Tourette's. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this exactly where the areas I've just left. I'm going to pop that down the centre, on the cheekbone, so almost like our spaces that are left. And just kind of adjust that in. Oh, so nice. Obviously I'm doing something that's more of an extreme. But if you wanted to just kind of highlight what you've just done, just for makeup, just for going out, having just that on the cheekbones would be beautiful. But I'm going to use it more as a painterly way. Just going to turn you to the sides. I mean, that's also so imperative. I mean, if you know anything about Ilamasca, which obviously you do because you're here, and also, you know, my aesthetic and all the people that work for us is that it's art, it's progressing your own kind of love of makeup and the idea of what makeup can do. And it's kind of one of those things that is a love affair that I'm sure you all share in, is the possibility of changing what you can actually do with makeup. It washes off, and I was saying this the other day, is that most people commit more to a tattoo than they will do to like a change of a red lip or something. And that's the whole thing, is that you can just transform yourself and do something amazing and look amazing, and then wash it off and be another character the next day. And that's something that we really, really, you know, we kind of push that message really, because anything's possible. And if you've got the tools and you've got the kind of the people to back you and actually show you how they work, then you can just be, you know, you can be amazing. And it's really empowering to have that knowledge and then pass that on, and you become your own experts. And that's what we want. We're not dictating any one look at the season, or you should look like this. It's be excited by this range and take that out and become your own expert. So I'm just going to kind of slowly turn you there. So you can